Starstones, magical creatures, and even a brand new NPC, the team at Singularity 6 has even more exciting content planned for Palia that we'll get to take a first look at today. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, and today we will be covering the October 2023 developer update for Palia. So in this developer update, the team is going to share some of what we can expect from Palia in the next few updates. Although not everything shown here will be included in the next update, they just wanted to give us an early peek at what is being worked on currently by the team. So first up for features in development, we're going to talk all about Starstones, which was very briefly mentioned in the previous developer update. Narratively, these Starstones are gemstones associated with a constellation that serves as a physical reminder of your Luna moon sign, which is an intricate world of Majiri constellations and astrology that make your own Starstone that much more unique. Your full Palian astrology sign, or star path, combines the season you were born in and the Luna moon phase you were born under. For example, you could be an air artist or a fire merchant, and once you find your special sign, you can use that knowledge to form a better understanding of yourself, or maybe even predict your fortune. And while these star paths imply a particular set of personality traits, just like astrology in our world, they don't necessarily demand that personality type. So they're giving us a look at a Starstone chart, which will give us an idea at what these Starstones will be mining actually imply. So as a refresher, these crystals essentially will be found in various rarities in random drops while mining and will sell for a very high value, which is very exciting. I'm just excited that there's crystals. I love crystals. You guys know this by now. So these are the crystals or Starstones that will exist in Palia. We have amethyst, which is very rare. Shout out to the amethyst members, which is the aristocrat. So associated qualities are diplomacy and beauty. We have aquamarine, a rare stone, which represents the scholar, dedication, and introspection. We have citrine, also rare. Shout out to the citrine members, symbolizing the wanderer. So having a love for adventure, a sense of being carefree, and of course, gotta love those sunny days. Then we have emeralds. Shout out to the emerald members, another very rare stone. This one is associated with the hunter, so curiosity and honesty. Then we have garnets, which are uncommon, associated with the general, so leadership and perseverance. Jaspers are very rare, representing the farmer, love of family, hard work. Then we have onyx, another rare stone, representing the watcher, so destiny, greatness, sometimes a little bit cursed. Then we have quartz, another uncommon stone, representing the builder, so steadfastness and respect. Ruby, which is the most rare on the chart, extremely rare, representing the merchant, so intelligence and ambition. And finally, we have sapphires, which are very rare, representing the artiste, creativity and emotion. And of course, I would never forget about my lovely Sunstone members. Shout out to you as well. We're just too rare. Sunstone's just too rare to be in any game, you guys. And excitingly, if you're wondering like, okay, how do I find my star path? How do I know which of these stones is like my stone? Well, apparently we will get to learn how to find our own star path. So that is really exciting. Next up, the team wanted to share some updates that will be coming for housing add-ons and decor limits. So you might have noticed if you've been doing a lot of building or decorating that you're probably reaching some limits. Currently, there is a limit of 15 total housing add-ons on your plot, so it is a little bit more limited, especially if you want to have a really nice big house or lots of little hallway sections for cozy corners. But excitingly, in a future update, you will be able to have a total of 30 add-ons, so they are doubling that number. So you will be able to add as many main houses as you can fit on your plot, with 15 add-on rooms for each main house, up to a total cap of 30. So you can do a lot with this. You can make guest houses, greenhouses, longer hallways, more cozy corners. This is really going to expand the options available to you for designing your home, so this is exciting for sure. You can also look forward to an increase in your decor limit. So I have not personally reached this, but apparently the current limit is 2,000 pieces of decor, which will be increased to 3,000 as the total cap. Now, this is probably a highlight for me. Apparently there's going to be a new creature. They said a new little rabbit Alaska will soon be spotted in Bahari Bay in the next 2 to 3 updates. These tree-dwelling creatures have traveled a long way from the woods up north to take a look at the incoming new grove of flow trees that will soon be sprouting up as a result of the temple starting to open. So it does look like this little guy has some teleporting powers. Now I tried to grab a snapshot of it, and the best I could do right now as I'm recording everything as well was get this little peek at the back end of it. It almost is giving like skunk, right? It kind of looks like a skunk tail or something like that, but it does look like it's going to be a magical creature. It has those teleporting powers, and I'm really excited to, ultimately see it, not just flashing by. We also will be welcoming a brand new NPC. So as Palia continues to evolve, the team does plan to introduce new NPCs, bringing with them unique stories, quests, and interactions. So their next upcoming villager is a watcher from the Order, who will be summoned to Kilima to investigate why the humans have emerged, which will actually kick off a whole new story in the world of Palia. They look very interesting. They're giving like Eshe a little bit, Eshe vibes. I wonder if they're going to be nice or not. They sound kind of intimidating, so I definitely am excited to see what kind of spice this might add to the storyline and the cast. I like having a good mixture of the sweet lovable characters and some of the more villainous type, so we'll see where they fall in the spectrum. So those are the main new features that we can look forward to that the team wanted to highlight, but they also wanted to go over some hot topics and notable bugs. So in terms of the accomplishment system, there have been various issues that they want you to know that they are diligently working to fix. They just haven't identified the root cause yet, so they can't share a timeline on the fixes for those yet, but they just want to let you know it's on their radar. And then also you might have come across some Surnooks that are trapped in the mountains and terrain of Palia, which is not a Halloween trick, it's actually a bug. So they will be fixing that hopefully in the next few updates, so they ask us just to stay tuned. They wrapped up this blog post with some more features that are coming soon, which means sometime in the next 3 months. So that includes facial hair, that includes the ability to change your character's appearance, more found item quests being added, the flow tree groves that we've talked about before, a new temple, exciting, and also some winter changes to Kilima. So that's really cool that they're going to be changing the setting and scenery a little bit with the seasons. We got to see some pumpkins and such added for the fall and Halloween, and now we're going to be getting some winter changes. So I'm really curious to see what those are. I hope it's super magical and twinkly and beautiful. I don't know if we're going to get snow or not, but we'll have to wait and see. So that was the developer update. Definitely quality over quantity. Some really exciting new features to look forward to. While I have you here, I just wanted to quickly go over a couple more pieces of news from Palia that, have emerged, but I haven't had a chance to discuss yet. So first up is that if you weren't aware, Palia is now available on the Epic Games Store right now. So it's still free to play. You can still play it on the launcher you've downloaded if that's how you're playing it, but it is accessible via the Epic Games Store if you would like to download it there. They also mentioned their Nintendo Switch release that is still slated to drop this holiday season, so it doesn't seem like that's been pushed back based on, this little note here. And they do want to note that you can expect every update moving forward to release at the same time between the Epic Games Store, Nintendo Switch, and their native launcher. So you shouldn't get updates sooner playing on any single platform. You should get it all at the same time, which is awesome. So a few FAQs about this edition. You can carry over your account progress to the Epic Games Store version of Palia if you would like. To clarify, its release on the Epic Games Store does not prohibit the game from being released on any additional platforms. You will have access to the same in-game content no matter where you're playing, so you're not going to have any exclusive content from playing via the Epic Games Store. You will still need to create a Palia account if you want to play via the Epic Games Store, so you can't just use your Epic account. If you want to make in-game purchases, you are still using the Palia Store, so not the Epic Games Store. And then, moving forward, this last FAQ brings us into the last patch that was released, which was patch 0.171. And most notably from this update, the team has launched dedicated servers for Europe. There's some FAQs which we'll go over at the end, but they've also added a face cover tab to the wardrobe because there are now face covering items. The first one is this mask from the Masked Doctor outfit. There are 3 new premium outfits available. So we have the Masked Doctor that we were just talking about, available in Generalist, Botanist, and Specialist. Each outfit comes with a hat accessory, a mask, a top, and a bottom. So this is a 4-piece set, which is really interesting. And apparently equipping the top piece will actually have a smoking potion and a magical floating lantern by your side as a special effect, which is pretty cool. There's also the patisserie bundle, which includes baker, frosted, and pumpkin variants. Each outfit comes with a hat, a top, and a bottom. And then there is the bookworm bundle, available in fiction, non-fiction, and poetry. Each of these outfits come with a hat, a top, and a bottom. The team also told us to expect some pretty hardy patches for the next 2 versions of the game, 0.172 and 0.173, apparently enough to rival Wrath's Soup. So that sounds like there's going to be a lot coming up for the future updates, probably some of which is what we just talked about in the first portion of today's video. As for FAQs about the servers, if you're wondering what server you're actually on when you're playing, it'll display on the top left corner of your screen if you press escape. Additionally, the game will automatically matchmake you to determine the best region to place you on every time you log in. So it'll always attempt to select the region in which you'll experience the least latency, which generally should be your local region, but you can still play with your friends across regions anytime you wish, so don't worry about that. Parties or invites to servers will override the default matchmaking settings. There are also plans to support other regions moving forward, as well as additional languages. So the team specifically noted that they're putting a lot of effort into improving their localization for French, Spanish, German, and Italian, and European players can expect to see these updates soon. They also wanted to clarify that the team is committed to servicing Palia for many years to come, so the updates will continue through beta and beyond, meaning more content, more quality of life improvements, and more bug fixes. And finally, they reiterated that you can expect to see paid cosmetics being released every patch, since it is currently their main source of income for the game. But they did want to add to this and clarify that the team who's working on cosmetics are not the same people who are working on other features of the game, and all the various work that's happening for the game is concurrent. So it's not that they're working on these outfits instead of something else like a bug fix. They're working on it in addition to. Again, as always, if you're interested in the bug fixes that they have made in this patch, the top known issues, and the expanded known issues list, feel free to check out this blog post, which I will link down in the description, and you can check out if it's something that's already on their radar and they're working on fixing, or if you might need to report it as a new bug. So there you have it, friends. That was not only the developer update from October 2023, but also an overview of the patch notes from the latest update to Palia. Let me know down in the comments which of the new features you are most looking forward to. I've got to say it's hands down the crystals for me, but I'm also so curious about the new creature and the new NPC. Anything and everything, you know I always love hearing from you. Please give the video a like if you are excited for the future of Palia. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care. And a very special thanks to Meredith for Modus, Tansy, Cisco, Cheese, Divine Raven, Blossom, Paul, Jack, Danny, Becca, Kayla, Wolf, Salem, Zaries, Anime Lover, Ember, Lawrence, Fabiola, Sunshine, and Kicknell, my beautiful Sunstone members. I love you all very much, and thank you so much for the extra support on my channel, which really helps to make all that I do possible and means the world to me.